Millennials are going to work until they die, and Gen Z is going to have to work even longer, according to a new article released by Yahoo Finance, saying that millennials and Gen Z are going to have to save $3 million in order to retire comfortably by age 65. If that doesn't blow your mind, let's look at some more facts, because this gets way darker really fast if we look at the details behind what they're saying here. First thing to point out is if you start working at age 20 and you never take a year off, or any time off for that matter, and you work until 65, that's 45 years of working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, maybe more than that. So if you look at that 45-year span of working and you divide the $3 million you need to retire by those 45 years, you wind up with $66,000 a year you need to save in order to hit that $3 million mark. Thankfully, we don't have to save. We can invest in the market, which is going to help us hit this target. So if we expect an average of 7% return every year compounded for those 45 years, you only need to invest about $800 per month in order to hit that $3 million target. But the average American right now has less than $1,000 in saving. Not saving $1,000 every month. They're maintaining less than $1,000 total in saving. The total amount in savings month to month. So that $800 a month that needs to be invested. For millennials and Gen Z, where is that money going to come from? But before we answer that question, another question comes up. Millennials are now in their 30s, meaning they don't have 45 years to invest and save. They have 35 years. So I have on my computer this fancy investment calculator that's going to help us figure out how much millennials are going to have to put away and invest every month in order to hit that $3 million target. Since millennials only have 35 years to work with, assuming that we get a 7% annualized return on our money that we invest, millennials actually have to put away $1,700 per month in order to hit that target that Yahoo Finance says we need to hit in order to retire at 65. $1,700 per month comes out to an extra $20,000 per year that millennials have got to sock away. But that's assuming an inflation rate of 0%. National inflation is supposed to be around 2.7% per year on average. So when we update those numbers, it means that millennials 30 or older need to actually be investing and saving $4,400 per month, because we don't have that extra 10 years of compounded interest to help us get to that $3 million. But thanks to our wise and generous politicians who have been printing money at an unprecedented pace to send it to Ukraine, to send it to fund foreign wars, and who also use that printed money to send to the Pentagon, who's never passed an audit, inflation in the United States is actually sitting around 7% per year, and it's only getting worse. So when we adjust all of this on our fancy retirement calculator, it means that for millennials to get to that $3 million retirement nest egg, while fighting inflation that's out of control, we need to be investing over $10,000 per month, because this little green line here on this graph shows what we are left with after inflation. The blue line shows what would happen if we didn't have any inflation to combat, but we just broke the calculator. Like, this thing won't even calculate more than $10,000 saved and invested per month. It maxes out at $10,000 being invested per month at a 7% annualized return. With an expected inflation rate of 7%, that means by 65, you've only got $1.6 million that has accumulated by saving and investing, which is half of what Yahoo Finance says you need in order to retire. We literally broke the investing calculator here. So let's all really hope that Walmart stops closing stores in the communities that are getting looted every day, because we're all gonna need those Walmart greeting jobs. When we all hit 65, like, that's gonna be the place to be. So everybody, stop stealing from your local businesses, because being like, hello, welcome to Walmart, for the rest of your life is your new retirement plan, because obviously saving and investing in this environment isn't gonna cut it, according to the numbers that Yahoo Finance told us we need to hit in order to even retire. God bless America.